There were some flashes of hope for the Anaheim Ducks in round 2 of their preseason matchup against the Sharks. While the physical play wasn't as intense as in the previous game, there was definitely some exciting moments, especially in those new orange jerseys, which look much better on the ice. The Sharks had the edge in the previous game with the lineup closer to their full-time roster, but this time, the Ducks clearly had the upper hand. Both of the Ducks' top 2 lines featured players expected and will be on the opening night roster. Simply put, those who are likely to make the team played well in this game, while those who probably won't did not. The new look line of Zegras, McTavish, and Terry showed flashes of chemistry, though there were definitely a few moments of them being out of sync. However, they did get things rolling late in the first period as time was winding down. Leno led the rush, backhanded it to Zegras, who shot past to McTavish for a tip-in. A little tongue action for ya. The Gauthier, Carlsson, Kaloran line also had some promising moments, mainly because Carlsson did most of the work. He led the rushes, dangled through some AHL players, eventually adding a well-rewarded power play goal. It seems like Carlsson may have been taking notes from his line mate Cutter, who accounted for over a third of the Ducks' shots, with 12. While some of Cutter's shot selections weren't ideal, no one should tell him to stop shooting. He's a simple man, shoot the puck, and I love it. Overall, the first power play unit looked much improved, with more movement and shooting, but the second power play unit didn't perform well, and I'm not a fan of having Zegras on the second unit. Hopefully, this won't be a permanent decision. As for the penalty kill, it looked much better as well. We got a first look at Leo and Timmy on the PK this season, and there's definitely some potential there. The Ducks controlled most of the game, but had a few breakdowns that either cost them or should have cost them more if not for Dostal during his 30 minutes of play. The good news is, Dostal looked ready to take over the reins in the crease tonight, stopping 11 out of 12 shots. The one goal he allowed was difficult to save as the shooter went top corner from about 3 feet out. This is especially great news since Gibson will be out 3 to 6 weeks following an emergency appendicitis surgery, meaning he will likely miss the start of the season. If Gibson is really out for the full 6 weeks, could Dostal end up playing around 60 games this year? He might have to, as I still don't fully trust Klang or Dansk. Calle Klang looked okay in his 30 minutes. The first goal he allowed was similar to Dostal's. There wasn't much he could do. However, on the OT winner, he went down too early and couldn't recover in time. Still, it was a lackluster effort from the whole team in OT. Klang plays very deep in his crease, which comes from inexperience and lack of confidence, so hopefully he gains that in the NHL, right? As it looks like he will be our backup to start the season. The Sharks won 3-2 in OT, but the teams did a fun shootout at the end, which the Ducks won, so woo! Lacombe and Leno worked well together and were workhorses this game, but the other lines and defensive pairings left something to be desired. The biggest cause for concern in preseason so far is the face-off battle. They weren't great in San Jose, and in this one, 31% is not going to cut it, especially when you consider this is against AHL players, so we should be better. Leo in particular needs to work on this aspect of his game. It's a major flaw at the moment, but it should improve with time. Let's see what happens next as preseason continues tomorrow, Saturday at 3 p.m. against the Kings at the Toyota Arena. This game will be on Bally Sports West, so I'm not sure how that's going to work. We thought we got rid of Bally. One more left. ESPN Plus should work for out-of-state viewers. One last note, it looks like Brohem is gone, signaling the end of another era this season. We all had a feeling it was coming with the Offspring collaboration last season. I'm not a fan of the new song. I feel like there are some better options, so we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. Thank you to our members. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and go Ducks!